they continue to make more and enrich all of our lives. Welcome to the Thursday stream. Today we are back and we are returning to Tyranny, an RPG by Oblivion, and it's it's the evil campaign. This is not a world of heroes. This is not a tale of glory. This is not a tale of happy endings. When we left off, we had read the Edict from Kairos, the Overlord, instructing his two generals that the fortress held by the Oathbreakers must be taken or all in the valley will die, including me. So we've done a few tasks for both the Scarlet Chorus and the Disfavored in order to help bring them to full strength, and soon it will be time to assault the fortress itself. And now we wait for the loading screen. Here we are outside the Disfavored camp. And there are 6 days until the doom comes. What might I do for you? Something you like? Would you come to work for the Disfavored? Hard work and good suppliers. When Tunan's men came to my village, all the merchants were given different lists of what they weren't permitted to trade. In Kairos' wisdom, my record must have been a good one because I was given the right to trade all manner of goods, most importantly, arms. Not a lot of merchants can legally sell weapons. It was like that even before Kairos. Let me see your wares. Alrighty. A lot of bronze. I'm going for more of a heavy armor thing. But some of my compatriots might find it useful. Well, not you. How about you? Nope. Okay. Put that back. Broken armor. Sigil of Frost? What does that do? I'll get a couple more of these. Let's see. Rot Spear. Yeah, I don't have any junk to trade, so I'll just leave it at that. Alright, can't talk to him. Welcome back, Fatebinder. Sivas leans back and crosses his arms. What do you need? Got enough here. Let's go down and talk to the trainer. The edict draws near. Preparations are almost complete, but we aren't moving fast enough. Lots of fluff, but let's see. Another trader over here. What do we get out of that?
My armor feels lighter.
Nice. We got levels. So let's go ahead and level them up. save yours now. Let's see. Definitely strength. And me. Also strength. And now I've got talent points to spend. So, let's see. Agility, range, magic. Let's get something in leadership. Or power. Abundant arms, bandolier. Let's go with cleave. I like that. Alright. He's got a talent to spend. So let's put it into... Let's put it into Seasoned Veteran. I like that. Alright. And Lantry. Let's do Preservation. Alright, now. Quests. Echo Call Crossing, Wave the Horde. So, looks like... So let's head to the remote settlements.
Consider it done.
On it.
Alright, party, let's move out. And down we go. Remote settlements and the crossing. So, to the remote settlements. And loading screen. We've arrived. Let's see what we have to work with. Cheese, water, and a whetstone. Nice. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Moving along. As you step into the center of the village, you feel as if you're being watched from all angles. The distant patter of feet echo off the walls of the small, seemingly deserted village. I'm a gladiator, so I don't miss words. I am Fatebinder Nothing. I have come to discuss your conscription into the chorus. Cooperate, and you won't die. The wooden beams on the rooftops to the north creak under someone's weight. A tree rustles behind you. Let's do the third option. A voice bellows from the rooftop of the cackle. Go home to your overlord. Yeah, these guys weren't gonna fall in line. Sorry, friend, but you won't be leaving here in one piece. We'll send your head back north. I want your folks to see what happens to those who invade our lands. Alright. Let's see what I've got to work with. Thrust. Hobble. Fury of Blows. Warrior's Respite. Blood-soaked stone. Alright, now over here. Clash of Iron, Iron Tolling. Stick with a regular strike. And
Sorry,
unpause.
can't.
Ooh. Alright, you. I need you to start healing people. There we go.
They won't even get...
Quicken. What's this one? Restoring touch. Definitely need that for her.
close.
Where are you going?
Did I always have this much blood?
Come and face my iron!
There we go.
This is useless.
Down it goes. Alright. To this other guy on the rooftop.
Seeing an awful lot of red.
Alright, I need you to do another restore. What do we got here?
Consider it done.
Everyone is attacking this guy, right?
Just point me in the right direction.
There we go. Now you, can you get down here? Can't get down there at all. Still no health. Let's do a cleave.
Aw, someone stitch me up.
There we go. And she's down. And so's he. Flicking the bronze tip of her blade, a scarlet fury strolls into view with a smug smile, flanked by an entourage of soldiers. Not bad. I'd have piled up the same number of corpses in half the strokes, but, well... Where are my manners? Well, not to criticize help so generously given. She sweeps her arms wide in an exaggerated mocking bow. You've my deepest and sincerest gratitude for gutting those Viridian pissants in my place. Now that you step forth to reveal yourself, you're not a fury. You're a coward. Perhaps when you're older, you'll figure out that coward is just a word people use to badger idiots into doing dangerous work. By the by, well done on surviving this violent mess. How very brave of you to even try. Oathbreakers were but a warm-up. Step closer and I can knock that grin off your face. Oh, whoa now! Fury holds up a scared hand in protest. No need to break any bones over it. If you're freaking pissed, take it up with Death Knell. It was her plan, not mine. She wets her chapped lips before continuing. Look, then I'll tell everyone how badly you slapped around the Oathbreakers, okay? You did us a real favor and you deserve to have your glory touted. And with that, she nods curtly, sheathes her blade, bidding the exchange to end. And I'll have you give her a boost. There we go. And I've got to return to Death Knell's camp, but first let's look around and see if there's anything lootable. Nothing lootable on any of the corpses, clearly. Nothing over there either. Or up here. How about any of the... Oh, these boxers are. Couldn't help but to notice you were eyeballing the disfavored symbol littered about the camp. It's hardly a symbol, just a scrawl. It's true, but it used to be the pride of Graven Ash's Legion before Kairos made them deface it. What happened? Word had it that Ash had been under more scrutiny than the other Archons, seeing as he took a stand against Kairos in the past. Ooh. The Archon of War fought against him. Interesting. Even though he bent the knee in the end, that doesn't place him above suspicion. Kairos and the other Archons keep him on a tight leash. Ash's troops impressed the growing empire, but Kairos made them sacrifice everything they were up to the point when Ash surrendered. They've been disfavored ever since, fighting to earn back their honor. I guess that's why you don't cross the Overlord. Kairos holds a grudge with mean, jealous streak.
On it.
Alright, let's see what's in these crates. Well, that wasn't much. Doesn't seem to be anything up here either, so we will head back to camp. Alright, back to the Chorus's camp. Alright, so where to next? Turn the quest in. Who's that? Rotting body bearing the Scarlet Chorus. War paint is skewered on a wooden pike. Here we are in this pigsty of a camp. That's Fifth Eye. Fifth Eye, commander of the local Scarlet Chorus, surveys his camp, watching you in stillness as all manner of violence and revelry occur around him. He offers a slight nod at your approach. Let's see. Who am I supposed to go back to? Death Knell. That's Singer Dagos. Death Knell, I think, is over here. Scarlet Fury, Scarlet Fury, Fury. There we go. Fatebinder. Death Knell nods in your direction. What do you need? Ooh, I could just punch her? Ooh. Let's punch her. Got Wrath. In one swift stride, you close the distance between you, the two of you, and land a punch squarely in her stomach. The force knocks her back a pace, causing her to take a knee. She lets out a few coughs before regaining her composure, standing back up. The Fury can't contain her glee and begins to laugh, but quickly winces at the pain it immediately causes. So come now. I knew a fighter like you could hold your own against those Oathbreakers. I knew it the moment I laid eyes on you. She winces again as she slowly unsheathed her sword and handed it to you. Clearly I've rustled a few feathers. Take this as a sign of no harm done, okay? Alright, I got a new sword. Somewhere I got a sword. Ah, the Wrath of Twisted Iron. So let's see, what do we got here? It's a one-handed sword. 10 Tenderizer. Okay, so it's got less. It's got a better. It's got much better stats than the guitar. I'll use that. Ooh, and it looks nasty. Ooh. And what have I got here? The Cleansing Charm. Immunity to poison. I think I'll give that to him. Alrighty. So now we go to the crossing. And we're off to Echo Call. Although, I should probably rest a bit first. My archer did take a pretty severe hit. Yeah, before I get into this, let's go back to the chorus camp. And let's see if I can find a spot to bed down for the night, or the morning. Siren. Fatebinder, welcome back. Hope you're finding camp to your satisfaction. Something we can do for you? The stench of piss and fecal matter emanate from this tent. One's clearly not meant to use. Ew. Ew. Alright, seems like there isn't any rest for me to have in this camp. So, looks like I'm going back to the disfavored. There are proper beds there. And a camp that doesn't smell like an animal pen. I've grown to like the chorus a bit more since the game started compared to the conquest at the beginning. But, yeah. Their hygiene leaves much to be desired. And head straight up the middle. Talk to Marcus and Lucia. Training. Oh no, I don't need to trade. What I need is... Oh, there we go. Rest for 8 hours. There we go. Everyone's set, and now we're off again. Missives, sigils, reputation. So I have a lot to do with the chorus to really get on their good side. And I want to have more loyalty than fear. Graven Ash likes me a lot, Narat not so much. I have a feeling the voices of Narat is not someone you want to piss off. To the crossing. Alright, and here we are at the crossing. Keep watch, the enemy might strike at any moment. So we've got Bitter Quip and an Antio. Back over here, maintain defensive posture. Winded, the disfavored commander clutches his blood-stained chest piece as he takes a deep breath, gathering his thoughts. His focus is on the scattered, wounded men around him. He has yet to notice you. Your plan has been a rousing success. Most of our troops dead, a bridge destroyed. And the Vendrian Guard pushes back where we started. Ladies and gentlemen, the finest the North has to offer. And for your next act... Indeed, those Furies on point. I needed those Furies on point. Don't mock my strategy after working against it. We could have taken them. To remain silent and listen. You just wasted dozens of lives walking into a trap. I'll mock your idiocy as much as I want to, so long as it continues to amuse me. What's happening? We tried to rush the western bridge blow for blow. We had them running, but his gaze drops and a long sigh escapes. But halfway across, the whole damn river just the blood chanter gesticulates, flailing for words. Lurched up! The cursed Matani swallowed the bridge and most of everyone on it. The only real soldiers we have left are the Scarlet Furies that I, quite wisely, directed into a flanking position. A few of us kept our footing when the advantage was lost. We had to fall back. As we did, the Oathbreakers surged down the east bridge. We held ground until they fled back across the river. But now we're back where we started with only a fraction of the strength. A member of the School of Times is alive and working with the Vendrian Guard. I assure you she's the culprit. That would explain it. I saw a woman dressed in blue on the other side of the river. Didn't seem like she fit with the others. Had we focused our strength into one perfect lunge, we could have crossed the bridge before the enemy knew what was taking them. But it's not too late. We can use the Scarlet Furies to... No, fool! Stop suggesting ways to get my gang killed. Are you working for the Oathbreakers? We should wait until the enemy is no longer on high alert. Well, we can sit here and wait for Cairo's edict to kill us, or we can do something. If this were a hearing of grievances, I'd let you call the shots. But we're talking about the lives of my gang. Conscripts are a copper a dozen, but Furies... I have worked hard to secure the loyalty of my gang. I will not scrap fine warriors on so buffoonish a plan. How to do this? Perhaps if you'd helped covering the cost of enticing replacement warriors into your gang? How about you just tell me what you'd like in exchange for your cooperation? Well now, what would make me happy? The chanter taps his chin as he loudly sighs in faux contemplation. Oh, I know, Fatebinder. Order Antonio here to beg for my help. Make sure he stresses how incapable he is and how critical it is that the chorus rescue him. I will not stand for such insults. This assault is my command, and I'm not about to grovel for your servitude. This bickering is ridiculous. Or do I strike him? Ah, see, I knew there was a reason Tunon chose you to be an officer of the court. He grins wide, smiling expectantly. Keep talking. What if I offered your Fury's first pick of the spoils? Do not try to flatter me with what I already deserved. Ah, jeez, he's playing hardball. And I'll strike him. Ah. It's a waste of time. Start there. Go there and subterfuge. Gained fear with Barrack. Lost loyalty. Ah, crap. A lot of give and take. Lots of give and take. Listen up, for this to work, my Furies will need a moment to get out of cover. Fatebinder, you need to run to the East Bridge. Don't get yourself killed, just draw their attention. I'll signal my Furies to send a rope across while you have them occupied. There's no time to waste. I hope your gang delivers. Antonio turns to you, nodding with a heavy frown. Thank you, Fatebinder, and good hunting. Alright, we're off to the bridge. And I'll do a little looting while I'm here.
You see what I see?
Yeah, I see the trap. Let's disarm
You
it.
see what I see?
Abilities, level up.
Can't do that.
That's a lot of tutorials. Alright, close all that and let's continue. So that's the West Bridge. There's a couple Furies covering it. What have we got up here? The soldier has numerous wounds on his body. The cold forms of two elderly villagers lay nearby, two victims that he ultimately could not shield from harm. Most of the homes on the surrounding side of the river have been abandoned, much like this one. A few of Apex's citizens believe that raising a blue flag will be respected by Kairos' forces. Ooh, loot. And more loot. Let's see what all we've gathered so far. Looks like we've got a much better bow. An iron greatsword. Yeah, I don't think those will do me too good. What about you? Disfavored iron sword, and I've got our iron greatsword. Has... ooh. Oh, it's much better. So much better. But it's two-hander. Aversion. No, not as good as aversion. Okay, so no other weapons. Let's check out all this armor I picked up. Vendrian Guard helmets. I'll wear that. And then what do we got here? Improved armor. Ooh. Oh, I like it. I like that a lot. And light bronze boots. Alright, that works. So let's check out my companions. Let's see. Light armor quality. She's got heavy leather. Looks like this would do a better job on her. Yeah, I think that's good for her. No, I don't think I have anything. Oh, he can't change his armor anyway. And now for you. I'll put you in something that'll protect you a little better. There we go. And I'll let him keep the helm. All right, looks good. All right. Let's get over here. Start disarming traps again.
To battle!
Here we go.
Crow flies.
Back in combat. Alright, let's start with... Let's see. I'll go with Fury of Blows on this fella. How about you? What do you got? I'm gonna stick with Striking Iron. And let's have you... swap weapons. Alright, so now for you. You're already using the Red Rivers, good. And as for you... Alright, looks good.
That one rattled me.
So far, so good. Uh-oh, disappeared.
Shit.
Oh, never mind, they're all down. So let's get a quick heal in. There we go. And loot the body. What we got here?
On it.
Alright, let's take a look at the bridge. Hi there. They got a drawbridge. You there, and you! Signaling her warriors to the bridge, a woman in the regalia of a Vendrian guard captain pierces the commotion with her shrill soprano. Get over here, the disfavored are back. Guess they've forgot a javelin or two. Be a doll, would you, and hurl them back? Wait, not another disfavored. This is a fate binder. She looks you up and down, Odd. I would have expected, well, more soldiers. Here to convince us to kneel down and lose our heads? I need to resolve this insurrection with as little killing as possible. I have a hard time believing such words. What is the mantra? Kairos does not wish to rule a wasteland. The disfavored have stopped taking work slaves. Don't pretend we aren't targeted for elimination. Your friends seem to have misplaced most of their squad. Guess they're somewhere in my river. She shrugs sarcastically. My family's been protecting this river for 6 generations, so it's easy to lose track of all the looters and vagrants we've had to feed it to the eels. Unless you want to try running leap over, you're stuck. Maybe try heading downstream to Placid Crossing. We have more warriors there, and I'm certain they'd be just as happy to kill you. The Tidecaster that did this, same one that met me for a truce, trying to take stock of our crew. She lets out a loud snort, laughing to herself. We've had unexpected help of late. Jeez. Kill and rape a realm enough and everyone comes out of the woodwork to shiv you in the ear. Let us cross and we'll grant you mercy. Hold your oars a second. I have a statement prepared from Captain Ari just for this moment. She reaches into her belt and with an impish smile pulls her hand out, revealing nothing but the local hand gesture for a penis. Wait, there's a second missive around here somewhere. She feigns scouring her pockets once more, displaying her phallic gesture again. As amusing as I find this soon-to-be corpse, it would appear our distraction has paid off. He nods to the west. Satisfied, she turns to leave, calling out to you as she does. I wouldn't keep standing there, Fatebinder. The river's currents are quite unpredictable. Well, it seems we've done our job at least. Held her attention for long enough. So let's see what they're doing over here. The Batani's river currents pose little threat to small boats, let alone bridges like this one. But magic has split this bridge. The magic that split this bridge must have been quite powerful. What have we here? Clearly I surrender. No need for further bloodshed. Defiant words. Alright, so from here... report back to Bitterquip. Well done. While you were toying with the Oathbreakers, my gang had the opportunity to set a rope on the collapsed bridge over yonder. The Furies will wait to join you in battle. So what's the plan now? The plan now is to lower that bridge. My warriors can't swim in their armor. The lighter troops, he points squarely at you, can move across the rope, then lower the bridge. We'll meet you on the other side. Crossing by rope, are we? Barrett clears his throat and shifts his weight awkwardly. In that case, I recommend that I go last. For once, I agree with Antio. Bitterquip points across the water with an animated alarm. My gang's been spotted. Go, before they're overwhelmed. off to the western bridge. And away we go. Looks like someone just leveled up. Let's see. Add their finesse. Save. And hobbled prey, piercing arrows, nimble. Yes, there we go.
Just
And off
point
we
me in
go.
the right direction.
I am a shield wall unto myself.
Okay, we need to take that one out fast. So, Vera. Elemental Flame. Yeah, let's set it on fire. And you. Hobble. Iron Tolling. No, not much else you can do. And let's see.
Face my iron.
Away we go.
Your will is weak.
For the queen.
Fall back. So far, so good.
It's a hit.
Oh, nice. Thought I was dead for sure. Go on ahead, Fitbinder. I'm of no use to you now. Let's loot. A staff, a cowl, broken armor. Anything else over here? Yeah, a lot more dead. Looks like we got villagers up top.
Kairos' butchers have come. Flee.
Well, hello again. Retreat! Captain Matani signals for our troops to run to the nearby village. There's too many. They've crossed the river. Pull back! The Vendrian Guard soldiers rush forward to adopt a close formation, covering Captain Matani as she retreats towards the nearby settlement. I've slain Pelox Florian, allegedly your finest. If you pukes want to die next, be my guest. One of the soldiers panics at the proposition and breaks to
I am a
flee.
shield wall unto myself.
Damn thing couldn't just bluff.
Alright, so let's see what I can do here. I'm dual wielding right now. Okay, that works. We'll do flurry of blows on him. Now you. Want you to hit him with your arrow. So I want you to go here and then hit him with the arrow. There we go. And now... yeah, you can't do much else. As for you, getting close and... drop... actually, from here, drop a heal.
I'm
There we
on
go.
Yeah, I'm not dead yet.
Alright, you pop a healing potion. For the love of God. There we go. You too. Pop a healing potion.
Did I always have this much blood?
Another one down. And that's it. They're all dead. And a broken helmet as a reward. Alright, let's lower the bridge. Excellent work, Fatebinder. We'll hold the bridge against any reinforcements.
I got it.
Best not to lose momentum. Push into the village. We'll join as soon as we're able. Let me see. Looks like I might be able to find... I'm also supposed to be looking for... missing iron shipments.
Sorry, can't.
Anything over here? Ah, right there. That's probably it. Shattered iron sword. Forge bound iron.
Can't do that.
What do we got here? There's something... There should be something over here. Ah, there. A gods. Okay. And is there anything else over here? These empty crates appear to have significant water damage. You also notice a small series of notches in the top left. Yep. It does appear to be missing bit crates. So... but I haven't found everything yet. So I've searched that, I've searched that, and that. Is there anything else I'm missing?
Can't do that.
No, I don't think so. So let's follow into the village.
They're here! Run! Go now!
Flee,
I'm
peasants.
not here to make friends. I see as the crow flies.
Alright, so let's see if I can get a good cleave in. Can I get them both? Nope, only the one. Okay, continue. That one's almost dead. And he's down. She's down.
Got it. Right.
Whoa! Easy there, killer. Skills are going up left and right. And very little damage being distributed. Both are down. You there. Please, my children are inside. If you must kill me, do it out here, away from them.
Right.
And what do we got here? Broken armor. Iron heater shield. I had nothing to do with the Oathbreakers, I swear. Alright, there's more over there. How about this way? You hear muffled voices, fearful exclamations coming from inside. They're right to fear. Ooh. Nice. What about over
Avenging
here?
Guard can't protect us!
We've got it.
Mead, fish, merchant's bracers, okay. And a
Let's
bronze
go!
dagger. The villager looks at you in frightened silence. How about this one? And here I thought fleeing the earthquakes in Azure was the smart move. These crates and small series of notches on the top left corner of each box and scuffs on the ground suggest they were dragged here from the nearby home. It looks like my only way up is through these two. So up we go.
You see what I see? Send me your champion!
That's right. Come on this way. Come on, follow me. Ah, okay. So he just engages at a certain point.
Your days end here.
Triggered his own trap. Ah, triggered by the other trap.
Will do.
Down he
They
goes.
won't even get close.
Alright, pop a quick heal for everybody.
Will
Anything
do.
up here? Can't loot those two. Ooh, crates.
What do we have here?
Nice. And also nice. Let's check out the roof. Cowering peasant, you want this village? Take it. Good luck drawing during flood season. What does she have to say? Thought we already surrendered. Shouldn't the war be over? Tell that to the Vendrian Guard.
Kairos' soldiers are here!
Ooh. A great axe. Music to my ears. Let's check out what's in this barrel. Nice, more food. Smith's Day 20th Span of Swords. Alright. Let's see how we can get up on top of this building. But first, let's continue searching. What have we here? Matani Sybil. Her shrill voice pierces the air, a clarion call addressed not to you, but the citizens of the village. Do not fear, sons and daughters of Apex. Kairos' hounds are at our doorstep. The Vendrian Guard will not abandon you. Brave warriors of the Vendrian Guard. These foreigners and sellouts mean to burn our homes and butcher our families. Summon what strength you have to show Kairos the price of taking our lands. Several soldiers step out from half-closed doorways and dimly lit alleys. Fury blazing in their eyes, the partisans shout battle cries to marshal their courage, and you see the grey gleam of iron as they brandish their weapons and charge. How in the name of Ash did these hillfolk get their hands on iron weapons? Barrack regards the locals with momentary panic and bewilderment before setting his stance for battle.
To battle!
We get the ranged ones first. That's one down. Next one, over here.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
So far, so good. Alright, now that one. Sage Apprentice. Can I get both of them with the cleave? Yes, I can. Aww.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
At least I've found what happened
Will
to
do.
the iron weapons. Down he goes. Not bad for the dogs of Kairos. Echo Call Village appears to be unusually well supplied. It's likely the locals have been helping the revolutionary forces for some time. Alright, to the roof. See what we can find up here. Ah. Looky here. They're here, weapons up, and remember, those no longer with us. Honor them with your courage and your prowess. The captain turns to face you as you approach. Fatebinder. We are proper warriors, are we not? This battle should remain between those of us who specialize in dealing death. Let these villagers go. They did not ask for this conflict. Townsfolk may go. The rest of you stand and fight. Far be it for me to question a call, but this village is the source of aid for the Vendrian Guard. We would be fools to leave it standing to resupply our enemies at the moment we turn our backs. All will surrender or perish. I didn't know your guilt was a winter fever so easily shared with the village, but perhaps the only way to impress your overlord is to slaughter the sick and needy. I prefer to talk. Really, the trail of my dead friends say otherwise. What is there to say, Fatebinder, unless it's sorry for the murders followed by a big swing of hemlock? It's too late for words to solve anything. The captain looks at you expectantly. Her soldiers stand ready, and the muffled cries of sobs of the village fills the air. The insurrection is doomed to failure. Why throw away your lives? We have demonstrated that a once vanquished people can rise up from the dust and bloody the Archons. If the objective is to send a message to others in the tiers, then this has been a resounding success. My goal is to gain your surrender without bloodshed. That is a commendable notion, but a tragically simple one at that. If any here could stomach the life in the chorus or submission to this disfavored work camp, that person has already surrendered years back. The folk standing before you are the ones serious about our freedom. Besides, we already reneged on surrender. I know any deal you've come to offer is just a trap, as the Archon's pride demands that they bury us. So sorry. But we've been through this too long. Death or glory. No third option. Why resist prosperity? Like the unity between the disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus? If I will not have your cooperation, then I will take this village by force.
More talent.
All right,
Body count.
time to die.
Got it.
Let's start with a heal on my units, followed by... You're doing your thing. Let's do a bloodstained strike here.
Try that again.
Waiting for it, and swish. Okay, you, back off.
Take that.
Oh, leveled up, never mind. Get back in there.
For the queen.
Did I always have this much?
Alright, you pop a healing potion. There we go. And she's almost dead. Oh, she got healed. Great.
Your will is weak.
And she's dead.
Dark all of a sudden.
Alright, take this one out, then head for those in the back. You pop a healing potion. You pop a healing potion. And you... Finish this son of a... Finish him off. Down they go. Alright, focus on this one. There we go.
I'm not built for this sort of violence.
Oh, crap. That hurt.
On it.
Let's take out the mage. Another Fury of Blows. Actually, can you get a cleave in? Nope.
My
That's
armor
okay.
is dented. Let me repair
This
it.
one's almost dead. Bam. And down. Last but not least, the archer. So almost, and down it goes. Victory! Sybil can barely summon the strength to crawl, and after several attempts she slips on her own pooling blood. She lifts her head to focus on you. She mouths several words with no cogent sounds escape her mouth, until she falls to her knees, bracing her side. Well done, Fatebinder! If this one survives its wounds, we may even have a fresh present for the Archon of Secrets. He did request a personal audience that any leaders we can take alive. That's a mighty big if. These southern folk are a sticky bunch. Antio waves a hand dismissively. Looking at her suffer, it makes me sick. I'll kill her and get it over with. So how cruel do I want to be here? Whew. Take her to the chorus. A wise choice, my good Fatebinder. Bitterquip motions to his gang. Take this one back to camp, and be gentle for a change. If you deliver a corpse to the voices of Narat, you can expect to share in her fate. So if she lives, this fanatic will be trusted with a weapon. Lovely. And what of this village? The locals should have trapped the horses. And what of this village? The locals could have trapped the houses, so too risky to commandeer the site. Ugh. He shrugs to his tone becoming matter of fact. We should burn the town. We'll cut off support and send a message, and the smoke signal will give the others a visible rallying point when crossing the Mittani. Did we just waste all of that blood and time capturing this place only to torch it all? Now, I adore the mystic power of fire in ways none of you could possibly understand, but even I think there's a time and place for arson. Fatebinder, kindly tell Antonio he's free to burn his half of the village. The Scarlet Chorus would like to keep our half and the spoils of it, not smoke it. Let's preserve the settlements and... yeah. Fear with Barrack, gain the favor of the Chorus and the wrath of the Vendrian Guard. And loyalty with Verse. Excellent. Kairos' edict looms overhead. We have nothing better to do with our time. Have we nothing better to do with our time? The disfavored warrior shakes his head in a huff and turns to his squad. You hear that? The Chorus just made this town their headache. Now start rounding up your gear. There's a lot to do before we rest. A sensible decision, dear Fatebinder. If we hold to the disfavor's pogrom of raised soil, what will there remain for us to rule? Bitterquip claps his hands, raising his voice to address his gang. Seize the place, search the homes, take all you can carry. Give each survivor a chance at the voice's mercy, but to the ungrateful, be brutal. Fatebinder, you've helped enough. The Iron Marshal has sent word that the Archons are meeting at the disfavored camp, and your presence is requested. You should make haste to the camp. We'll take it from here. So let me take a look around. Ooh, that looks neat. And the corpse, not much, but it's something.
On it.
And it looks like I've taken everything else I can at the moment. I don't see anything else that can be looted. So let's continue on. Now, I didn't see much in this little clearing over here, so let's check it out. And there literally isn't much there. So let's be on our way. Oh, very cool. But we're not leaving the well, so let's head back to the disfavored's camp. I've received a missive. We are not completely without our senses. We knew Kairos would issue an edict on our valley. Perhaps the Overlord has a sixth sense of humor, but I can assure I laughed when I learned the death sentence doomed the Oathbreaker and Puppet equally. I had such low expectations for the servants of the so-called Archon of Justice. Tunon seems little more than a passive stooge that sits on a throne to legitimize the carnage and plunder of the other Archons, the face of prosperity that lets Kairos claim one thing being another. I would have hoped you actually did serve justice, the notion, not the Archon, but your actions have said otherwise. At least I can thank you for proving my cynicism entirely warranted. If you survive this upcoming slaughter, bear witness that I, Tarkus Ari of the Vendrian Guard, do take responsibility for the actions of my crew. Should my warriors come before the court's axe, tell Tunon they were starving, desperate, and easily manipulated into the struggle that was mine and not theirs. Sell this lie as well as you would sell the lies of the Overlord. The Archons are in the war tent. So we go to the war tent. And this time I'll be sure to pay better attention to the voices of Nerat. You don't give the Oathbreakers enough credit. Even beasts can begin to see patterns in your symbol. If there are any patterns to my strategies, it's the one of relentless victory. I can't read, it's moving too fast. And it doesn't show up there either. So what's your plan now, dealing with the walls now? Staying pyramid? The Archon of Stone was punished for his actions. If you want to talk guilt by association, I'd be happy to hold... And any disfavored warriors can take the talk... So they're still bickering, of course.
How can we trust your rabble not to turn at this last moment? How many of your conscripts have family bonds to the Vendrian Guard? It is decided. The disfavored will take the vanguard of the assault. It is the only way to assure success before the edict comes to pass.
Graven Ash's roar pulses in your eardrums. His face reddened as he yells.
Oh, you're so young. We can forgive you for being stupid. Without your Archon of Stone to bring down those walls, you're out of your element. Only the chorus has the numbers required to swarm the walls from all sides. We will lead the vanguard of this battle.
The best the chorus could accomplish would be leaving a ramp-shaped pile of corpses propped up against the walls for my warriors to use. Their fortifications are not a concern. Even understaffed, my Earthshakers could breach the masonry in short order.
Another brilliant idea. Cairn's cult is, we're sure, every bit as trustworthy and sane as the late Archon of Stone himself. You did notice the spire at the center of the citadel? Hard to miss it, being only the tallest thing on the horizon and such. Certainly your Earth mages won't do anything stupid like, say, breaking the spire's foundation? What could possibly go wrong?
The voices of Nerat lazily twirls his scepter. You hear the voice in your head. We love saying that name, Cairn. Just to watch him squirm, Graven Ash has so much hair before he met us.
I trust them more than I trust your circus of rapists, sellswords, and turncoat tearsmen.
Archon Ash turns his head and upon seeing you in the tent, relaxes his posture.
Tunon's Fatebinder has arrived.
The war tent falls silent and all eyes turn to you expectantly. Done bickering?
Us? Never. How else will we keep each other at the top of our crafts?
The Archon of War lets out a long sigh as he rubs his forehead in irritation. Our operation in Echo Call Crossing and Trinipet Wilderness were successful. Why aren't you two marching towards Ascension Hall?
Nothing would please us more than to be done with this wretched valley. Perhaps if we had more support from the disfavored, and from the court.
Now that we are all assembled, I want reports. The Scarlet Chorus was going to resolve the Oathbreaker presence in the Outer Valley. What became of that?
Yes, what did become of that? We should know already, yet we do not. If we are not mistaken, the Fatebinder played a pivotal role in this operation. Fifth Eye, shed light on this baffling question.
The Fatebinder did indeed assist the chorus, in a fashion. The Oathbreakers were cut down, but the Fatebinder's wrath spared none, and Captain Pellux Florian was not taken alive, much to our disappointment. The Fatebinder seems to have applied the disfavored justice to Florian. Such a waste.
And look what showing them mercy has done for us. My scouts report seeing chorus thugs fleeing your camp, defecting back to the enemy. They are abusing your mercy, and you either don't notice or don't care. The former is negligence, the latter is treachery.
I was asked to lend a warrior's hand into just that. I disagree, he would have made a perfect captive, but he was a raging zealot with a death wish. Capture wasn't an option.
Iron Marshal, I understand we've established a foothold across the Mittani. Report.
Securing the Mittani was a gruesome affair. An agent of the School of Tide still lives, and the river was turned against us despite our losses. The day ended in success at Echocall Crossing, though victory came at a great cost. When it came time to secure the nearby Echocall village, there was a distressing discovery. The villagers had been stashing iron weaponry, no doubt stolen from our supply lines. Commander Antio wished to burn the village, but the chorus disagreed, and the Fatebinder backed their claim. Their leader, Captain Matani Sybil, was bested in combat, but taken captive by the Scarlet Chorus, despite the disfavored taking the lead on the operation. The Fatebinder felt it necessary to apply the chorus doctrine, to their captives.
A most wise judgment, good Fatebinder. The Oathbreaker captain will no doubt provide hours of entertainment, and perhaps even some useful information.
Voices of Narat hurls his scepter into the air with a loud chuckle, gingerly snapping the scepter out of the air as it falls. She has been a most delectable treat, that one. So obstinate, so so inarticulate in her flailing defiance. Some things are best savored in slow, tantalizing doses. We must thank you once again for delivering her unto us.
This will be just like Stalwart, when your own conscripts chose suicide over service to the chorus. She'll be no different than the others, petulant, uncooperative, and motivated to feed you false information.
Arguing over this is meaningless. Resolving the edict matters most of all.
The Fatebinder is right. We argue over trivialities when we should be closing the vice on the Oathbreakers. Let us march on the double. The disfavored will lead.
You mean the Scarlet Chorus should lead the charge? Over 2/3 of your legion remains trapped outside the valley. Only the Chorus can bring to bear the strength and numbers this assault requires. Kairos' Day of Swords approaches, and our allies in the disfavored and the court refuse to work with us. There is clearly only one reason for this. Graven Ash and Tunon have allied against us. You conspire to rob us of our deserved glory.
Emerald-colored trails appear as the Archon, or in the air as the Archon madly swings his scepter. We see now how it really is. You're all against us.
With whom do you stand?
The voices of Narat's mass tilt sideways as he lurches forward. Now is not the time for compromise. One of us will have the honor of completing this glorious conquest. We know you will choose wisely. The Scarlet Chorus will lead.
Stand stand with the madman and his rabble? I am shocked. I counted you amongst our allies, and your name was held in some regard amongst my troops. So be it. I will add another name to our record of hate. Out of respect for the Blue Flag troops, I won't have you slain where you stand. If you leave my camp and don't look back.
A wise choice. The Scarlet Chorus will be honored to silence the last of the Vendrian Guard insult. Graven Ash, we hereby order you to stand down and remain here at camp until we have secured the Citadel.
If the chorus leads the charge, they will fail. I will not sit idly by while the Edict claims my legion. The disfavored will carve a path to the Citadel on our own, if that's what it takes.
Oh, jeez. Why would you leave a potential ally behind? Fatebinder. Your vision comes into focus, and as does the feeling of your hand on your shoulder. Are you with me, Fatebinder? You don't look hurt, but say something. Something. Ah, good. Sable Fatebinder. Was worried for a second you'd been seriously hurt. Your guardian here came to your rescue. The Crimson Spear taps Barrack on the shoulder with a hearty smile. Barrack turns to greet the jester with a cold
I wasn't
stare.
trying to save you. I was trying to save her.
He points to Verse and sighs.
And what happened, you bleeding hard iron shit tower?
Verse crosses her arms and
I
glares.
picked her up and she stabbed me. Put a dent in my side that I won't forget. So I put her down and dragged you out here to recuperate.
That was an honorable thing to do, Barrack.
You're welcome. And here's where we part company. You've made your allegiances clear. Good luck and good riddance.
Huh. This isn't about choosing sides, it's about resolving the edict. Stay with me as my deputy at least for that long, and I will release you from your service.
I've had enough of your justifications and empty values. Your actions speak a great deal louder than your slippery words. How could I put my trust in an enemy of the great general? Why shouldn't I simply kill you now, traitor?
Ah, jeez. Barrack roars with inhuman fury and shoves you with all his strength. He raises his hand as if to strangle you, then lowers them, trembling with restraint.
No, you aren't worth it. I have too much to accomplish in service to the great general to deal with you now. When we meet in the field of battle, I won't have any reservations about cutting off your breath.
You do realize you've struck an agent of the court, don't you? Barrack stands perfectly still, his bald hands at his sides. Do I keep him unwillingly, or... He could turn around and stab me in the back, but I need the tank. I need him by my side. By my office, I command you to stand by side as an unwilling vassal. Welcome to the war, soldier.
Between my temper and your reckless authority, I don't know which of us I hate more right now. Very well. Know that whenever I raise my arm in combat, I would rather bring it down on your head.
The voices of Narat already departed for camp, and I'm headed there now. Come join us. We would be honored to have you join us for the assault. He lets out a wicked chuckle as he turns to depart. I mean, not like there's anything left for you here. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can get back into the camp. And I failed the quest before I could complete it. Great. So I've alienated the disfavored. That's unfortunate. And I did so much for them in the conquest.
I got it.
Perhaps I should have told them to work together.
Sorry, can't.
What have we here? Nothing in either.
Can't do that.
So what have we back here? A crate right there. Take it. And a crate right there. What do we got? Striker's Cowl. I'll take it. Now then, let's get a little rest. Barrick turns to face you, nodding silently. A short sigh escapes as he waits for you to speak.
What can I do for you?
Well, it seems like I missed out on quite a bit early on. Let's rest for 8 hours. And get some leveling done. So, I'll continue with strength. And save that. And then... agility, range, I don't need magic. Let's go with that. I've got so much favor, but they just tossed me out like nothing. At least I've gained a little bit with the Voices in Marat. Verse has a new ability. I've lost a lot of loyalty with him. Doubt I'll be able to get it back. But we'll see. There's still a lot of game to go. So, from here, I need to speak with Fifth Eye. There's Death Knell. Where is Fifth Eye? Vittles, okay. Ah, he's right there. Of course. The eve of battle is upon us. Ready yourself for the siege of Vendrian's Well. With the edict looming, there is no turning back. The chorus is brave and fearless, but it lacks order. If we lose discipline and tarry on our march, or falter in our siege, the edict would kill us before the Oathbreakers or the disfavored have the chance. An offer, Fatebinder. March with us. Add your strength to our tide of blades. The mob could learn from your example, and your prowess could certainly inspire. I have some... oh, crap. Oh, well. As I suspected, you carry the glory... the call of glory sings to your heart's tune. Fifth Eye clasps a bloody glove together. The camp will mobilize soon. We will meet at the staging grounds of the Citadel. This will be a glorious hunt, dear Fatebinder. Something to tell the children. Alright, let's get resupplied. Let me see your wares, Sniggler. So, first things first. Let's sell all the junk. Lots and lots of junk to sell. Ah, there we go. My mistake. Okie doke. Then what else? Let's sell some of this bronze. And some of this armor I'm not using. Alright. And from here, let's see, we got the Ripper. That would make a nice replacement for the Tenderizer. Alright, no it wouldn't. Let's just sell all that off, and then... Okay, that would make a nice replacement for the Javelin. And... well, that doesn't leave you with much, does it? Alright, so... I'll leave that alone for the moment, and I'm going to trade that to there. Now, let's see here. 11 to 15, 11 to 15, slash pierce, armor penetration 4. I'm just gonna trade it because it looks nice. Looks wicked. Whoo-wee! Now let's see if that looks any better than the Red River or the Gut Seeker. It's got better damage, but slightly lower DPS. Well, looks like I'm keeping it. Maybe hand it to someone else. Alright, now for you. Iron Greatsword is not as good as Aversion. But how about the Twisted Iron Sword? Looks like it's better than the Disfavored Iron. And the shield... Better recovery, better parry, and better endurance at a loss of... let's do that. There we go. And a better staff. Ah, that's his quill. I'll give you a shield to go with it. So he'll definitely hold on to the quill. Looks like... Now, let's see about armor. Okay. And cloth gloves to replace those. Light armor. Definitely a better deal there. Sage's hood. Not much difference, but it does look a bit better. Balancing act? What is balancing act? You know what? I'll keep that then. Rest of that, meh. So... looks like that about covers it for everybody's equipments. So let's sell some stuff back. What else? And trade. So that brings me back up to 31. Staff of Titans. How do they compare? They don't. Blood Chanter Staff? Ooh. Ooh. That looks quite brutal. That's not quite as good. How about armor? Scarlet Chorus Light. How does it compare? Oh, it's better all around. Nice. Horde Boots. How are these? Ah, it's fine quality. Definitely better there. Trade. Ah, they should have gone to her. Crap. Oh well. I'll grab... a few more healing potions. And that'll be it there. Always fun to... inventory management and character management is always a fun part of the games like this. There we go. She's looking the part once again. Alright, and a
Sorry, can't.
final sale. There we go.
You there! The one in the tin barrel. Remove my helmet.
You
Let's see
address
if I can
me,
actually...
lady? Finer craftsmanship I have never seen. You wish the helmet removed?
Varric hesitates before Siren. He seems at once ready to follow her order, but nervously uncertain. We'll restrain him. You forcibly grab hold of Varric by his shoulder. Shoulder plates restraining from moving any closer. The giant man looks ready to protest and regards you with sudden clarity.
Thank you. I don't know what came over me. Archon, with all due respect, we will keep our distance from each other. I would not engage with you again, accompanied or no.
Once again, the worm dares to defy the songbird. Don't worry, little worm. One day the bird will get her prey.
I wonder if she'll engage with any others.
Be gone, worm.
Nope. That would have been my opportunity to get rid of him, I think. Alright, so... nothing else with... I think I've done everything I can here for now. Everyone's re-equipped. So let us be on our way. To the Citadel.
Fifth Eye is just ahead, cavorting with some blood chanters to the east.
Glory to the voices of Narat. Fifth Eye salutes you, his masked face glancing nervously in all directions, despite the rest of his body's otherwise confident posture. The mustering song is nearly complete. Soon comes the canticle of slaughter. And we will need to be strong, he jabs a finger towards you, to rise up and lead. By custom, you are judge, jury, and executioner. Today, we must ask you to take on last and most sublime of your sacred duties. The best bluff is often the most obvious. Fifth Eye points a bloody finger towards the main gate of the Citadel. We charge for the gate, right into the Oathbreaker's front doorstep. The Horde should bring the defenders surging to the inside of the gate. Then, we unleash our magic. Fire and panic will claim the Oathbreakers. The more concentrated the defenders, the better. What of the disfavored? Our scouts report Iron Legionnaires moving in the area. It's obvious they have the same goal as we do. They are just a step ahead, it would seem. Make no mistake, the Oathbreakers will be a minor inconvenience. The foul disfavored will be a more worthy challenge. We must stay alert. What can we expect from the Oathbreakers? The Vendrian Guard will flail vigorously on their way out, but it will be for naught. In the dilemma between courage and overwhelming numbers, never wager on courage. The Fifth Eye gestures east. We are more concerned by the disfavored's presence. They are likely waiting for us to engage with the enemy, so they might surround us while occupied. Given that the Edict compels us forward, we have a rousing melee ahead of us. I'm ready. Let's do this. Our blood chanters are readying a conflagration that should take the gate off its hinges, but at the same time the Oathbreaker mages are warding the gate with protective magic. He points northwest. I need someone to scale the wall and kill the mages maintaining the wards. If I send these unwashed pukes, their corpses will clog the parapet. The task requires your strength. If you are wounded in battle, come see me at once. I will tend to the bleeding through my methods. Do nothing for the pain. Enemies inbound. I call first blood!
Yes.
Alright, time to find our way over.
Heads up, we have company.
Let's chew our way through the melee and find our way up the wall. Let's keep with our dual wielding for now. Battle stance, sneaking stealth, red geyser, or 3 whispers.
See what falls out of you.
Alright. The first enemies are
Spotted
dead.
something.
Ah.
Seeing an awful lot of red.
I meant to disarm the trap. How did you do that? Do what? Back in the Archon's war tent, you cast an edict as casually as reading a supply shipment. Well, I've done it before. I don't know why I didn't realize it earlier. You proclaimed the edict as stone and azure. It blighted the entire realm, all to destroy the rebellious Archon. Can't believe that was you. It was me, alright. Well, call me impressed, considering that you've read the words of Kairos more than once. I'm surprised you're even alive to tell it. Your vocal cords should have been turned to ash by now. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. It's just worth recognizing what you've done. Not only are you Tunon's fate binder, you're the mouthpiece of the Overlord. Give me plenty of reason to stick around. You're going places, and I want to see where they lead. That's enough for now. Alright, I see handholds, but I also see 3 fighters, so let's take them on. Alright, let's get a quick heal in. Potion of Revival. And Potion of Protection. Okay. As for you... Death from Above. On that one.
Couldn't pierce cloth.
Oh,
An
nice.
awful lot of red.
Pause, take a healing potion. Pause. And she's down. There's a potion of revival on her. Bring her back. Pause. No, not yet. So, and you take one as well.
As you command.
Back off,
right direction.
and nope, you're gonna have to keep on.
Bleed out, you little shit.
You try and do some damage to him. Oop, down he goes. So far, so good. The revive was unfortunate, but there we go. Pause, take another healing potion. Ooh. Gained a new ability, that's always nice.
That section of the wall looks suitable for climbing.
Let's have you toss another health our way. There we go. Anything lootable? Yes, indeed. It's not much, but it's something. How about up here? We've got a fire. Appears someone attempted to smother a campfire nearby with dirt, but missed most of the fire pit in their haste to leave.
Good thing I keep a torsion wrench handy.
Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Anything else up here? Nope. Okay. Let's continue the battle. And we find ourselves atop the parapet.
Right.
Another battle.
And we have another fight on our hands. You fall back and do... Draw your bow. Fall back before you get hurt too badly. Now all of you focus on him. He's about to go down.
That's how it's done.
Down they go. Ready up and heal. Nothing to loot from him, but something to loot there. Ooh. Heavy bronze curious. Cloth hat. And some fruit. Nice. So I'll take a moment. Oh, I've got a lot of revival potions. So I'll stick all those with him. Or... Whoops. Oh well. Dire Remedy. She seems to have that happen a lot, so I'll put that up there. Elemental Breaker. Healing Potions. Potion of Invisibility. Bloodstained Pollen. Plus to Vitality. Give that to him. Sky Cap. Add to lore. Raw meat. Fish. And what's this one? Staggering Burn. Ooh. I think that's enough for now. Let's continue. They've scaled the walls. My company. Fall back.
Send me your champion!
Alright.
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, not yet, but you're pretty close.
Little shit.
So far, so good. Ooh, looks like I got a couple levels out of that, too. Alright.
Right.
To the mages. So far, so good. Beat them down. And down they go. And finally... and now he's on fire. The mages are down. And so are the gates. Uh-oh. Stand aside. Ascension Hall is ours for the taking. Fifth Eye swings his spear in broad arcs as he roars in his crackling tenor. Withdraw at once! Before you feel the weight of 1,000 coarse blades and bludgeons. Iron Marshal Iranos. No sooner would a family of maggots beat a pack of wolves. The disfavored commander beckons with the Scarlet Chorus forward. Come! I'll take you five at a time just to make things fair. So, about the Edict. Or do I remain silent? Time is of the essence. You head into the keep. I've been waiting for a long time to run my spear through a disfavored heart. I hope Graven Ash can feel it. So I'm going to take the hall while the armies of Kairos fight each other. Great plan.
I got it.
They're here. They've breached the perimeter. They're in the keep. Whistling a shrill warning sign, the Oathbreaker falls back deeper into the keep. We've got Topaz. And Vendrian Guard heavy bronze armor. Vendrian Guard weapons and armor lie here. Chipped, scratched, and scarred, these armaments have proven their efficiency and durability time and time again. So I just got some heavy armor. Nice. And a cloth hat. Not much use, but eh. And we've got a fight in here, so let's get our leveling done. Let's see. Let's improve his vitality. And as for you, let's improve spell cooldown. Alright, now for skills. Improve control life. You are my healer. I want to keep you as such. And you. Interesting skills. Let's go with Retribution. Oh. That's also nice. Let's go with that. He is my tank after all.
Let's be off. I am a shield wall unto myself.
I got it.
Alright. Well, where are you?
Take that.
I gotta rest before using that ability again.
Someone staunch my bleeding.
Pause. And let's get you to drop a heal on everyone.
I'm going down.
Ah, crap. Where's my potions? Where's my elixir of revival? No one has the elixir of revival. I just leveled him so that he could be my freaking healer.
Right.
Bleed out, you little.
Pause. Health potion. And use that. Yeah, there
On
you go.
your command. Is that ink? No, wait. It's blood. No, got it.
Move over here. Stay out of the way. And you.
I feel
Oh, crap. He's down.
pain.
This is gonna hurt.
On
One
it.
blow. And you move your stance to melee. Oh, now they're all down.
On it.
Ooh, she leveled. Nice. Ow, 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 ow. She seems to be holding her own.
Don't know my own strength.
Down they go. Alright, everybody, back up. Any of these lootable? Don't appear to be. Alright, let's level up verse. Where to add the abilities? Let's add quickness this time. And for her skills, hobble. Let's add killing spree. All right. Everyone restore. Now, what? Okay, he's got them, but why can't he use them? Right, I'll give it to verse. Oh, it's got to be in her quick select menu, isn't it? Okay, so I'll add it to him. And you put the potion invisibility there. Okie doke. Whetstones. Healing potion. Wheats. Alright. Good to go. So, which way from here? Okay, can't go that way, so I guess I have to go this way. What have we here?
Can't do that.
Fire in the mess hall still burns, and plates and silverware on the table. This room hasn't seen combat for generations. Bender and Guard will never be the same after this battle. I'll say they'll be lucky to be intact.
Send them at me in waves! Ready?
You see that?
So far, so good. Greater renewal is still up. That's good.
Bleed out, you little shit!
You got it.
Needs you too. Oh,
At once.
they're all dead. What have we here? Venturing Guard food supplies are stored here. Most of it's comprised of vegetables grown in the tiers. And looks like we have a hidden compartment. Blood moss and elemental barrier potion. Very nice. Water, good. And over here, more water. Alright, next room.
Come at me, grave meat.
Grave meat? Okay. All good so far. Why was that first one so tough? Sage Apprentice. He's not going down easy, is he? Let's go ahead and hobble that one. And then we'll deal this one a flurry of blows. Ooh, pause. Healing potion. Knocked prone. Fun. Down they go. Everybody on this one. Touch of Ruin. That sounds fun. Almost there. Ooh. He's hurt again. And I can't take a potion yet. Okay, now I can. There we go. And they're all down. Ooh, lootable. What do we got? Lotion of Protection. What have we here? Scroll. Let's read the scroll. Sigil of Force. Let's see what we have in this room. Ooh. Okay, and something down here. Oh, there we go. What else is on this table? Not much.
Sorry, can't.
Alright, and on we go. For the next encounter... a quick restoration. And into the next room we
I'll
go.
take care of it.
Whoa, back off.
Company.
All of you on one back.
That one rattled me hard.
I'll have you back off and equip your bow. And deal some fire damage over there.
Right.
Focus on him and take out this guy. Ooh. Nothing's getting hurt, so potion.
Take that!
Everybody on him. Pause. Heal on... nothing.
As you command.
There we go.
Will do. Are you afraid of
Down it goes.
Bleed out, you little
Ooh.
shit!
Pause her potion. Good.
Feels like my blood
geez,
is on
again?
fire.
Down they go.
Got dark all of a
And
sudden.
down she goes. Don't have much left.
On your command.
smashed to pieces?
Down they go. Alright, let's
You
get
got
you
it.
back connected and let's get everyone restored. Use a potion of restoration on... oh, can't. Alright. Looks like everyone's fallen at least once now. Alright, anything worth looting in here? Oh, yep. What's that? We've got a garnet. Something to sell later. It's like that way further in. Can't go that way. So, let's see.
What are you trying to tell me? Use your words.
Restoring health. Might and vitality. Spectral blur. Wrath's judgments. Okay,
Sorry,
I can't use it
can't
on
do
any of
that.
them. We'll camp quickly to restore wounds. Alright, everyone's good to go. So, in we go. Alright. This looks like a boss arena. Oh yeah. This is gonna hurt, so... we start with you and a restoration. 45 seconds. 45 seconds. Do I have any longer term? Alright. Accent and distant impact. And strength. There we go. Any more scrolls? No? Okie doke. So, what to improve next? Let's improve health. Save. And... let's go with leadership. Let's improve the party instead of just myself. Sign here. False pits. Interesting. Alright, so what's next? We've got this core and that core. Concussive bolts. Nice. I'll assign that to you. Spectral blur, I'll assign you. Reset. Select an expression. So it's a lot of the same here. Reset. Expression. I'll assign that here. Lots of magical spell creation. Only got the 2 that I can use. Only 1 there. Faction quest. Alright. And looks like everyone is all set, so...
right.
let's begin. And here we are, the final confrontation. So you are the vanguard of Kairos' conquest. Not as tall as I imagined, but we can't all choose our executioners. Already, word of our defiance spreads throughout the lands. You are 7 kinds of stupid if you think this war ends here. Before you stands Captain Terrasari, de facto leader of the dwindling Vendrian Guard. Short, sunburned, and agitated even when standing still, her body is a compact sculpture of muscle and bone, and her face is short on symmetry thanks to the scars and dents of a dozen brushes with death. through you lives though your lives will certainly end here in Ascension Hall. Though your lives will certainly end here in Ascension Hall, she chortles, pointing upward at the ceiling, its stone arches somehow supporting the massive weight of the spire overhead. Consider yourself fortunate. Some of the finest rulers of Apex met death by duel in this hallowed hall. Truly there is no finer place to settle an intractable feud. Sisters, brothers, Ari looks back to her cadre of soldiers with a solemn nod. It has been a privilege to lead and an honor to share your final days. Taking a deep breath, she turns to you, waiting silently. Which one to choose? Let's try a bluff. I'm but the first of your problems. The chorus and the disfavored are right behind me, and the only thing they have in common is a hatred of you. Fine, just more gristle to chew upon. However, my friends you brought will be happy to slay them all. The captain nods at her own words, but looks to her soldiers and sees unsettling faces looking back. Steady yourselves. This is our moment of glory. Her rallying shout echoes through the chamber, but does little to bolster the shaking morale of her crew. It seems your uprising has amounted to nothing but dead kinsmen. And what did taking Vendrian's Well cost you? How many disfavored corpses rust in the valley? How many choirsmen fell to our blades? How goes the endless battle of the blade grave? While you deal with us here, Ari laughs, wincing as she clutches her side. Tell me, are the Archons unified in victory? Did the armies bond in camaraderie over our deaths? Or stand here? Our stand here is but the first of your problems. You've traded kinsmen to slow the inevitable. Nothing more. We demonstrated that the armies of Kairos could be shamed by stubborn peasants. The Overlord's empire is vast, his armies numerous, his magic unstoppable, yet he cannot destroy our fighting spirit. Hardly the show of force I'd expect from a truly fearsome Overlord. I hope that argument keeps you warm in the emptiness of the void, guardsman. What did you hope to gain from this rebellion? Nothing that we haven't already gained. Our pride, our dignity. These things you can never take from us. She smiles, her eyes distance for a moment. The Vendrian Guard could never stand against all of Kairos' forces. But we can teach others to resist, and maybe you'll run out of soldiers before you run out of stubbornnesses. But I doubt it. You already use Kairos' currency. Speak the language. Military control is a formality. You would consign your whole realm to death because of your pride. And you would kill us for not bowing to your banner. I will not let some servile bully lecture me on the subject of pride. Sounds like you could stand to learn something about humility. It's a good thing you won't surrender. If you were a conscript, I would whip you to death. Any last words? Yes. A broadside comes over Ari's face. Tell the voices of Narat we are most thankful for his aid. We would not have made it this far without his support. What? Everyone on the Spellweaver first. On the Spellweaver. Alright, so let's see. What combo moves can I use here? Death from above.
Ready?
Admit that from the...
Ready for another?
There we go.
Will do.
Good shot all. Pause. Healing potion. Down that one goes. Now on the healer. Pause.
Got it!
Everyone on that one. Pause. Let's see. Plus to vitality. Cast that on her as well. And then you... What can you do? Clash of Iron. Oh, perfect. Down that one goes.
Smack it to pieces!
Bleed out, you little shit.
As you command.
Alright, what else we got here? Bloodset Stone. Let's give this one a brief lesson in fire while we continue our melee on this one. You... Titan's Touch on...
I'll take her down.
Final
Will do.
combatant has fallen. You worthless gnats! We may die, but others will follow our example. Mark my words. The captain coughs up blood. Crush them! Crush them all! Fifth Eye's battle cry falls flat as he surveys the room littered with the Vendrian Guard bodies. Now that's how it's done, Fatebinder. I should be angry you denied me a scalp or two, but I ought to thank you for saving us the trouble. I'm sure your Archon will be pleased that I managed to do your job for you. Well, of course, if anyone appreciates delegation of risk to expendable outsiders, it's the Archon of Secrets. The clatter of madness of combat has finally ceased. Ascension Hall is tranquil for the moment. Favor with the disfavored, lost favor with the Vendrian Guard, gained favor with the Scarlet Chorus. May pox take your children. Ari slumps to a crouch, her body trembling from injury and fatigue. With those words of defeat, the burning hum you've heard in your head for days on end tapers off into nothing. Your mind returns to the state of quiet you have not felt since your proclamation of the Edict upon the Vendrian's Well. I lay claim to Ascension Hall. Let us be free of this edict. You feel a tug in your chest as warm energy begins to form around you. Before you know it, you feel as if you're lighter than air. Oh. Characters can be targeted or selected by left... Oh, of course. That's RPG 101. We're at the top of the tower. You blink away the last of the luminescent trails in your field of vision. The masonry of the Ascension Hall is replaced with the wide open space in every direction, save for the slab of ancient stone beneath your feet. High winds shove you, pushing you off balance. The air is cool and thin, unsatisfying to your lungs. This is... Lantry looks out at the horizon, wide-eyed with excitement. This must be the mountain spire. When was the last time? Lantry's eyes look down at the ledge, dumbstruck by the vertical plunge. Lantry backs away from the edge. I may need to retch. This is certainly a change. The wind rustles the feathers in her hair, and Verse quickly smooths them down. A damn cold change. She peers down over the ledge. I think I could land on my feet if I jumped. Now, not that it would matter for long. Barrack. Kairos, be merciful. What now? Barrack spins around on his feet, looking around, trying to take as much as he can through the narrow visor of his helmet. Every way you look, mountains rise along the distant horizon. The rivers and forests below bring to mind maps of Vendrian's Well. You quickly trace the Matani and the Irinu and the numerous waterways of the region. Higher than you imagined it. This is indeed the pinnacle of the spire at Vendrian's Well. How did we get all the way up here? Ari strains to stand up, clutching her side. More importantly, how do we get down? Fifth Eye aims a sharp glare at Ari. The Vendrian Guard must be rounded up and constricted. The disfavored must be run down. The edict is gone and we're standing. If I were a conscript down there, I'd run for it and thank for my good fortune. Verse draws herself up and takes a welcome breath. She glances down at the ground with less certainty. I hereby claim this place. It is now an extension of Tunan's court, and all combatants must leave. This is no longer strictly a military concern. We need to take a breath and slip through what just happened. You claim it? The Scarlet Chorus bleeds for your victory, and you would so arrogantly savor the fruit all to yourself? Would you deny the life sacrifices of countless faith? The Fifth Eye blurts into a chortle, waving hands dismissively. I jest. There is plenty more soldiers where they came from. The voices will not protest your claim, for the time being. Send word to the voices of Narat that we were successful. Our glory overfloweth. We would happily carry such good tidings to the Archon, but his humble servant cannot fly. Besides, the Voices is a master of all matters magical. I highly doubt whatever just happened escaped his attention. Agreed. Nobody witnessing what just happened knows the edict is over. But you should report to Narat, and return with any news he has for me. Head through the portal. No telling how stable it is, but look closely and you'll see images of Ascension Hall in its haze. Well, if you have trained eyes, that is. Of course, not even if it's not stabled. The alternative is jumping, so what do we have to lose? By Kairos' iron grip, how did... Fifth Eye taps the mask in semblance of deep thought. The currents of magic glow as fire to our eyes. Strange how you saw this first. Glory to Kairos. It has been a pleasure in the loins to watch you fight, good Fatebinder. The voices will be most pleased. With the edict resolved, our purpose is clearly in focus. The disfavored must be slain. No doubt I am the very definition of the enemy of the Overlord. I didn't just resist, I led others into resistance. So I know that what's about to... So I know what's... Ugh, blah, blah, blah. Damn. Oh, I'm getting it. I've been overdoing this for 2 hours. I probably need a break, but... Whew, voice acting in marathon like that is exhausting. No doubt, I'm the very definition of an enemy to the Overlord. I didn't just resist, I led others into resistance. So I know what's about to happen. But I know when I've met my match, and like most folk, I'll do whatever it takes to live. If you will show me mercy, I will pledge my life to you, good Fatebinder. The Tidecaster bows on one knee, lowering her gaze. I know I'm an oathbreaker. So my word isn't what it used to be, but promise, if you spare me, I will serve you well. Why would I possibly trust you? Because I'm all out of reasons to fight you. The Vendrian Guard and the School of Tides are no more, leaving me with no loyalties to tie to, well, anyone. And we must bow to Kairos' minions eventually, right? I would die before swearing fealty to the voices of Nerat, and Graven Ash would kill me in a heartbeat. If I am to serve anyone in this new order, I should and must be to the Archon of Justice. And you are the only servant of Tunon I can ask. Serve me well, and you will be forgiven. If you will have my fealty, it is yours. I, Ebb of the Tidecasters, do hereby pledge my life and loyalty to nothing. She dips in a formal bow. I will serve and obey so long as you have need or want of my skills. Be
seeing you, Fatebinder.
Vendrian's well has fallen. For the second time since the conquest began, Kairos' armies take the central point from the citadel from its defenders. With your help, the Vendrian Guard rebellion has been crushed. Having taken Ascension Hall with your Scarlet Chorus allies, you satisfied the terms of the Edict, and you and the forces of Kairos are free from the Overlord's death sentence. With the threat of execution no longer looming overhead, the Overlord's armies turned their attention away from the Citadel and towards each other. The tensions that flared over the long siege reached an explosive crescendo, and the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus armies clashed into iron and bronze in a hasty, disorganized battle. After a brief exchange that left his soldiers bloodied, Graven Ash withdrew his army from the valley, pulling the disfavored back into their secure fort in the Blade Grave. Once his armies finished licking their wounds, the voices of Nerat ordered the Scarlet Chorus to gather in the Stone Sea and prepare for war, this time against their former allies. The Archon of Secrets instructed his soldiers to respect your lawful claim to the spire, though a few greedy stragglers still lurk in the valley. The Scarlet Chorus were content to leave your stronghold uncontested. In the days past, the wounded and injured were nursed to health. You explored your strange bastion and planned your next step with careful deliberation. As word spread that the Scarlet Chorus and Disfavored turned on each other, factions once resolved to bend the knee are inspired to continue fighting. The Archons feud and heralded the collapse of Kairos' offensive. Tunon, the Archon of Justice, observes the chaos and discord spreading across the land. The Archon summons his Fatebinder to return to court at Bastard City and report on his actions in Vendrian's Well. Our petty squabbles over the delayed siege have no doubt evolved into respected civil war. The voices of Nerat will need to discuss this matter. By now he's pulled back to his basic cacophony. I suggest you don't keep him waiting. The last time someone left the voices of Nerat waiting, he pulled the skin off their hand and moved their bones into the shape of a glaring eye. Needless to say, that didn't end well. I'll join you in cacophony as soon as I speak with Tunon. Do that. I need a break. I will be right back. Oh, jeez. I was a little really dizzy there for a moment. Whew. I'm not sure if it was shortness of breath from not, from all the speaking or the intense heat that's in this room. But I got a popsicle to help cool me down a little bit. Say hello to Dobby. Say hi to Twitch, kitty cat. Do that. The Voices of Nerat loves to entertain new guests, and I'm sure he'll find you quite entertaining. Be seeing you, Fatebinder. The dizzying energy from the spire falters. Whatever force awoke the powers that reside here glutters and fades, though a faint hum persists in the sculpture at the center. What? Stepping past the portal, almost to the edge of the spire, Fifth Eye lets out a squeal of panic. My exit vanished! It was just here! Calm down. I can fix this. Fix what? Do you have any concept of the powers at play here? Because I don't. The humming from the curious structure pulses and builds in volume, as if to draw your attention.
I got it.
On closer inspection, a series of symbols carved around the base of the structure comes into view. One symbol pulses with a blue-white glow. The pattern resembles the glowing lines seen on the floor of Ascension Hall, moments before you found yourself transported above the clouds. As you stare at the symbol, the chill of the wind abates and your chest swells with warmth. The air finally feels welcoming, your lungs sated at last. I'd be careful going any closer. This whole tower is humming with energies that we don't understand. Lantry holds his quill poised above a sheet of parchment with anticipation. Now, I didn't say back away. Let's find out what it does. Just be curious. You staked your claim on the tower and everything in it. Whatever the sculpture it is, belongs to you. I can feel power running through this place. Ebb surveys the surroundings, her gaze sweeping to the object at the center. You can sense the magic of the spire even from below. But up here, this close to the axis of the sphere, the deluge of energy is numbing. Let's touch the sculpture. The stone is smooth to the touch. Marbling patterns move with curves of the sculpture, looking more akin to veins than imperfections of rock. You can't find a single marking to suggest an artisan's tool. As you're about to draw your finger away, you feel a sudden return pressure on your fingertips, as if the sculpture touches back. The sculpture is once again still. There is a rush of warmth through your body, a jolt of enervation that steadies your balance. A barrage of tactile sensations flood your mind as you feel footsteps in the wind. But not on your face or your limbs. A moment later, the flood of information begins to make sense. You are feeling the wind against the spire, and even the weight of your own feet, as if the spire were a second spine. With this connection made, you feel your awareness pull from this place, not as a traveler, but as one glimpsing the world from impossibly far away. In this moment, there is nothing you cannot see, though you see it nearly all at once in a flood of sensation that is difficult to parse. You see a spire at the crossing of an ancient stone structure, 2 walls extending in the distance. At the base of the eternal spire, settlers and merchants act in every way unconcerned, toiling under the observation of unforgiving taskmasters. As the shadow of the spire falls over them, the mood changes. The settlers pause in shared unease and look up at the sky, towards you. Some of the faces looking at you are familiar, and you recognize the place as Lethian's Crossing, where you served during the war. Near the settlement, built at the joining of ancient walls, you see a breach in the massive masonry, a cleft into the forbidden realm within the outwalls. Drift closer to the spire. The spire seems similar to the one you now occupy, though instead of radiating arcane energy, it reeks of dust and crumbling stone. A branch withered once pulled from the tree. It reaches for you with a barely perceptible tug. Drift to the outwalls. Shadows envelop you, muting all sound and vision with slight delay. There is a feeling of perversion, of wrongness. Whatever arcane power is allowing your senses to drift free of your body seems to falter in this place. Figures haunt the stone halls, drifting emanations of cloud, claw, and fang. They pay you no heed, but you fear them all the same. In the depths of this forbidding place, the deepest chamber is bathed in light. An arcane symbol illuminates the floor, though the details hurt your eyes when you try to focus. With a gentle tug, your focus pulls back to a new horizon, though it takes you a moment to recognize it as Vendrian's Well. You've returned to the awareness of your immediate surroundings. The effect leaves you unsteady on your feet. The link between the you and the spire ceases. The arcane bond is still present, but the mystical energies, for the moment, are quiet. Your body flooded with excitement and fatigue. It's unclear whether the mystic connection is strengthening you or siphoning. The tower offers nothing by way of answer, and you know that asking would only yield more silence and mystery. The deluge of sensation is over, but the position of the other spires still linger in your mind. From your vantage point atop the mountain spire, you can easily spot the mysterious structures, each of them rising high over distant surroundings. Did you sense that? Lantry signs a long sigil in the air, squinting at you as he works his cantrip. The ripples are everywhere. When you move, the magic of this place stirs and churns. That portal over there. Though those bizarre burning braziers, they all grow more intense as you approach. I think it's responding to your presence. Before we get ahead of ourselves, it's worth remembering that you ended Kairos' edict. That's no small feat. Maybe your connection to this place is related. Either way, sounds like something for the arcane-minded to investigate. Speak with me after you see Tunon, Fatebinder. The disfavored need to be shown their place. If a dog acts up, you need to use a firm hand to put it back down. If we are to succeed in the tiers, we must work quickly. I'll be waiting. And everyone has things to say. Nice. Sculpture doesn't respond.
On it.
Interesting setup around here. This place looks pretty significant. Barrick stares at you through his narrow eye slit, saying nothing at all. The only evidence that he still lives is the stream of heavy exhalations that escape the cracks in his helm. He continues to stare, unmoving. Though you can't see his face, you get the impression that his move is darkened even further. The stench that his armor exudes is intensified. A loud sigh escapes his helmet, and Barrick shakes his head in tired bewilderment.
You betrayed Graven Ash, the Legion, and our northern countrymen. As far as I'm concerned, you are a traitor to this campaign.
The voices of Narut made a better case. Accept it. It's my right as Tunan's fate binder to choose a side, or do I punch him in the gut? He won't respond well to... Let's try number one.
I will do no such thing. If the Archon of Secrets won over your admiration, then everything you think or believe is compromised. There can be no trust between us. Let us be clear on one point. You have my blade, but my heart belongs to Ash and the North. I am a weapon bound to you only by duty. Nothing more.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well, let's be on our way. To the world map. Sunset Spire. And to the Bastard City. 2-day travel. Nice long trip. Use the space button to pause. Yep, I know that one. Let's get her leveled before I go any further. Ebb, huh? Oh, I got 3 points. 15 and 1 in the strength. There we go. Oh, I still got 1 point. Let's do resolve. There we go. 4 points. So Grave Light. Ooh, I like that one. Fluid Body. Bonus to frost damage. Bonus armor. Okay, we'll do that. Ah, okay. Ah, that's what the spire part is about. Interesting. Okay, I'll go ahead and hire Revos. And that's all I can hire. Alright, I'll assign that to her. And I'll assign it to me. And the other in the... Assign that to her. And assign to me. That appears to be all I can do. Sign there. All right, and then what's this one do? Sign that there. All right. And now back to here. And that, plus that, and that. Reassign there. And reassign there. And that. Intensified residual range, and I'll assign that there. Alright. I've done everything here. Now... Nobles of all kinds. Oh. Joy. This should be fun.
You call yourselves officers of Kairos' army, but your conduct falls short of my expectations. The court finds your accounts of Vendrian's well lacking, rife with misdirection and fallacy, fouled with baseless accusation.
Let's not interrupt our boss, so let's just keep listening. Your Honor, I have relayed the events as I experienced them. You can well imagine why my version of the conflicts with his. She makes a dismissive gesture towards the Scarlet Corps representative. On my honor, and on that of the great general, I would sooner snap my sword than perjure myself before you, Archon. Oh, you're so... Oh, so you imply that falsehood comes easier from my lips than yours? You're a fool if you believe the Archon of Justice won't see through your lies because the disfavored think themselves an honest gang.
Silence. The contradictions in your statements will be examined, and falsities threshed from truths. If we find you have perjured yourselves, Bled and Mark will see to your fate. Fatebinder, we will start with the matter of the Archons. Graven Ash and the Voices of Nerat have declared war upon each other. In addition to violating Kairos' peace, they have thrown the conquest of the Tears into disarray. By all accounts, these hostilities began shortly after your arrival. Tell us what transpired.
The Archons could not agree on who should lead the siege and descended into accusations of treachery. It seemed a mutual spat. The Archons have been of different minds since the start of this war. The disfavored were more deserving of the honor. Our tactics and training outmatched the Vendrian's guard at every turn. What balderdash! The disfavored couldn't tip over a straw hut if they had a week to strategize. Our howling mob was better equipped to overwhelm the Vendrian guard. Our recruits were ready to throw themselves at the enemy. If only Ash and his legion would agree to a plan.
The Fatebinder presents testimony. I warned you both against speaking out of turn. Something more than a mere disagreement unraveled this campaign, but I will return to that in time. Let us speak of Ascension Hall. From all accounts, it would seem you were instrumental in its capture, or so the petitioner of the Scarlet Chorus testifies. The disfavored commander has a dimmer view of the matter. Lend me your perspective.
I joined with the Scarlet Chorus. We took the Citadel with an unstoppable advance.
The edict meant certain doom if the siege failed. So why, when your survival depended on it, did you join your strength to the Scarlet Chorus and not the elite disfavored?
Petty squabbles clouded Graven Ash's judgment. He was too mired in assaulting the voices to conquer the Citadel properly. For a long while, the adjudicator hovers in silence, shadows trailing from below his robes.
I will consider this testimony at length. The court thanks you for it. Is there anything you wish to add at this time?
I have told you all that I know.
Your testimony is accepted by the court. The statements of our guests raise questions in my mind. There is much about this campaign that has caused me to wonder. A shipment of iron weapons was short on arrival. Where coveted iron is concerned, I don't believe it to be a clerical error. One of my agents recovered this seal in Echo Call. It belongs to a merchant collective. Lethian's Crossing is teeming with their kind. If you would root out treachery, I would advise starting there. Petitioners, leave us. I would have a private audience with the Fatebinder. Ascend and join me. You will find the way opened.
Let's go talk to my boss. Why is only she moving forward? Everybody up. Let's move, folks.
Will do. This civil war, this feud, is an insult to Kairos' peace. It should not have taken the better part of a year to silence the last vestiges of the Oathbreakers.
Tunon regards you in thoughtful silence. I'm not gonna speak out of turn.
Our allies squabble while our enemies regroup. It falls upon the court to measure the extent of the damage and to execute the agents of disorder. I suspect that treachery, negligence, disunity, and greed have infected one or both of our esteemed allies. Until you are instructed otherwise, this matter is the court's primary focus. Graven Ash and the voices of Nerat must be examined in close detail. You are charged with observing the Archons and presenting your case that one of them has wrought chaos and disorder upon the tiers.
Could they both be guilty?
It's possible, but the momentum of the conquest up to this point suggests otherwise. The failure at Vendrian's Well implies a coordinated will behind the chaos. As always, you will be held accountable for what you do in the court's name, but you are free to conduct your investigation in the manner of your choosing. You must expect lies, misdirection, and manipulation. Suffer not such obstructions of justice. They say the voices of Nerat holds you in higher regard than most. Use this alliance to enter his confidence. It seems unlikely the Archon of Secrets is more honest with friends than with rivals, but to his friends, he has been known to divulge much. The disfavored will likely be less cooperative with your investigation. They will no doubt assume Graven Ash's honor is beyond reproach, which is all the more reason to scrutinize the Archon of War closely. And if the ironclad forces discourage your inquiry, I charge you to make them talk. Speak their language of battle if you must.
Course seems like a... No, not two. I shall speak with the Archon of Secrets.
Your fellow Fatebinders have been busy acting as my eyes and ears. I have a few leads for you to follow. You should, of course, speak with your brothers and sisters of the court if you need further counsel.
The Scarlet Chorus leader in Halfgate is set on taking the disfavored's holdings with lethal force. Rumors of aggressive Chorus posturing are commonplace, but if you are in the Stone Sea, it will be wise to investigate.
The Oathbreakers were reported to be using iron armaments, more than they might acquire from looting what few disfavored they killed. Any iron in the tiers not rusted through was made by forge-bound hands in Lethian's Crossing. Between craftsman and quartermaster, someone let iron fall into enemy hands. Investigate this matter and bring the thieves to justice. There is a final matter to discuss. A sensitive topic.
Though it's impossible to gauge from his expression, Tunon seems more wary than usual. Uh-oh. What concerns the court, Your Honor?
In spite of the many shortcomings at Vendrian's Well, you managed to make a name for yourself. You proclaimed an Edict of Kairos, resolved its demanding conditions, and ascended the mountain spire. Any one of these feats would be worthy of recognition by the highest authority. You managed to accomplish 3.
Tunon hovers in observance, awaiting a response. I was only doing my job, Your Honor.
Your sense of obligation to your role is admirable, but modesty will not recommend you to the task ahead. Whether by design or by accident, you have captured the attention of Kairos' army and the local tiersmen alike. This is no small opportunity, and the court charges you with exploiting your new standing to its fullest potential. You have a title in our hierarchy. However, it's a little-known secret that one's standing in the world is determined by their infamy, their deeds, and how they come to be known. Mind this notion as you bring justice to this lawless frontier. There may come a time when your deeds speak for you louder than any title.
How ominous.
Whatever you did to capture the attention of the masses at Vendrian's Well, I would encourage you to do so again.
Great deeds will define me.
You begin to understand. Whether your acts are favorable or heinous, it falls to you to bring greatness to this campaign. You are dismissed. Should the court have need of your presence, you will receive word. Go forth and do my bidding, and bring glory and honor to the tiers in Kairos' name.
Tunon raps his gavel against the floor, a singular note resounding throughout the hall. And he's gone. Dissonance of... Oh, he's back in the front. No, I won't be won't be talking to him there. Blood mulch is there. Let's speak with Fatebinder Callow. Nothing. I've seen you've returned to the fold. Your exploits in Vendrian's Well are a matter of some discussion. The Fatebinder of Balance regards you with a discerning eye, and for a moment you feel as if she's trying to peer into the very depths of your mind. What can I do for you? Callow touches a gentle hand to your shoulder. What's happened while I was away? Rogalus traveled to the Vellum Citadel to secure the archives for our gracious overlord. The sages there proved more stubborn than we'd anticipated, so Rogalus was forced to proclaim Kairos' Edict of Fire, consuming the Citadel in a gulf of eternal flames. A sad affair. You seem to know much of my actions. Have you been spying on me? Don't act so surprised. It's my duty to ensure that those who operate under the Adjudicator's name adhere to the spirit of his law, if not the very letter. And those who don't, it will be dealt with swiftly and efficiently. At the point of Belden Mark's blade, the fake binder slips a slim dagger from the folds of her purple garb, flipping the weapon almost idly into the air. Of course, that is assuming I don't dispatch them first. I take my duty seriously, and am very, very good at it. How have you occupied your time in the bastard city? Tunon sends me on assignments here and there. I settle disputes between the locals when the adjudicator is otherwise occupied. Everything from trade disagreements to pushing core squatters out of basements. Real rewarding work. She waves it off. The glory of war is not an honor reserved for the likes of us. We're the fish swimming in Tunon's wake, picking up the scraps along the way. We're rather large and imposing compared to the bottom feeders in the tiers, but fish all the same. I have some concerns about the war. You're free to share them in my confidence. Our armies squabble at each other's throats. Divided, we cannot win. I'm less concerned about the armies than the Archons themselves. There can be no order when mountains collide. Who would you see, champion? Neither. They're both at fault, equally inept. Then who would lead our advances or be left to deliver Kairos' peace? Would you wear this responsibility as a crown upon your head? You may find it a heavy burden to bear. You must understand my intent. Do I? Farewell. Court officers. Alright, off we go. Oh, hello. Welcome back, kid. Assuming it would have been to watch the edict drop, I guess I'm glad you lived. Belden Mark, Archon of Shadows, rouses from a faraway stare, turning to face you with a wry smile. Though he stands still, he seems to shift in and out of the shadows that surround him. Sided with the Scarlet Chorus, huh? You like secrets and trickery? The Archon gives you a long stare, punctuated at the end of a short sneer. How do I do this? This is an Archon. This is a very powerful person. Not sure I want to piss him off. Oh, that hurts almost as much as getting your fingernails ripped out. No, wait. Sorry. Not even close. Were you aiming to wound me with that? Imagine if you were off to meet with the voices for, well, whatever he has in mind. But first you and I need to have a little chat. I'm listening. Everyone's keeping an eye on you, because you did something nobody has done before. Gotta guess what that might be? Am I the first fate binder to proclaim 2 edicts? Smart guess. But there have been a few others over the centuries who have outlived the honor of proclamation twice. But sure, it's true that most don't survive it. Proclaiming an edict isn't new. Neither is surviving or resolving one of the commandments of the edict. But you're the first to proclaim and resolve the very same edict, and it didn't kill you. In one fell swoop, you survived your second edict, resolved the very one you have proclaimed, and woke an arcane structure that slept for several centuries. So why are you telling me this? Did I do something wrong? Calm down, kid. This isn't a list of charges. He thumbs the blade of his dagger and grins. Prosecution isn't part of my job description. Executing judgment, well, that's another matter. I don't care what you do with the information, but you should know the danger you're in now, that you've put yourself on the map. When you're dealing with the voices, don't forget that he'll be doing everything he can to figure out what makes you different. And now he can use that for his own gain. Thanks for the advice. The Archon of Shadows shrugs at you in farewell, but his golden eyes are alight with interest as he watches you. Bastard City's seen quite a lot of damage. The Stone Sea and Cacophony. The Sunset Spire. This is the Tears. That would be the Voices of Nerat. There's Tunon. Graven Ash. And a tower. So there's a tower. This is the one I just unlocked. There's two more. These towers clearly had some sort of purpose at some point. Let's head to the Sunset Spire in Lethian's Crossing. An ambush! A group of mercenaries, members of the Bronze Brotherhood, are blocking the road to Lethian's Crossing. We gotta fight. Before I get into the fights, cloth helmet for her, heavy armor. Weapons. Tear forged bronze spear. Yeah, it's not near as good. I'll give her the spear as a backup.
Right.
Let's go up this way. You must be joking. A toll? We'll pay no such thing. I demand to be let through. Sorry, no one passes without paying. Will be. A tall woman stands here, surveying the area from a small overlook. She glances at you and immediately goes back to watching her surroundings. Welcome to Ironhall Trail, Fatebinder of Tunon. She salutes you. My name is Welby, First Axe of the Bronze Brotherhood. I'm not sure that title means anymore. She pauses to gather her thoughts, then opens her mouth to continue. Instead, she exhales slowly and shakes her head. Never mind. You needn't be burdened by my problems. While I appreciate you coming before me, before speaking to Retamon, you will need to be careful. He has, of late, been acting out of sorts, and any perceived slight can become a problem for the one who offends him. Choose your words carefully around him. What can I help you with? What does it mean to be First Axe? Wish I knew, Fatebinder. First Axe protects and consults with the First Brother. I'm supposed to be Redamon's advisor, confidant, and guard. Lately, his behavior has become erratic. He's acting paranoid, manic, distrustful. My duty as First Act is to protect the First Brother. But I'm also sworn to protect the Brotherhood, and if that means the removal of Reitomamon, so be it. He has too many supporters in Lethian's Crossing right now to speak out against him. What do you think has happened to him? Honestly, I couldn't speak to the cause. The stress of leadership, battles with Kairos' forces, his night in the Old Walls. When you decided to remove the Brotherhood from the Crossing, it really set him off. Does it matter? His behavior is endangering the Brotherhood, and he must be stopped before we're destroyed. I fear people will be hurt by more than a simple tool. How would you run the Brotherhood? I wouldn't waste time and resources on petty vendettas. There's that much I can tell you. Where was I? I like battle, and I like rings. And with the Brotherhood, we used to get both pretty regularly. Now all we have is fear, suspicion, and blood. I want the disciplined regiment back. I intend to have it. True, acting like a get when you don't get what you want is not the behavior for a leader. Except in this case, the child is in control of an army capable of laying waste to his home. Let me ask you something else. How could talking to you offend Retenamon? You chose to speak to the First Axe before speaking to the actual First Brother, the bodyguard before the leader. How could this mean anything but collusion and treason? I know I speak out of turn, but I only wish to warn you. Tread lightly around him. Can you tell me about the First Brotherhood? We're mercenaries, plain and simple. I'm not going to pretend like there's anything more. While it's true we have in recent years been a little more stationary than your typical crew, it doesn't change the fact that our services can be purchased for the right price. We both know full well that the rings that the voices gave us here were the only thing that bought our allegiance to Kairos when the Overlord turned an eye to the Crossing. Even if our thanks for helping was to be thrown out of our homes. Not that I hold any ill will toward you. Decisions have to be made, and there's always someone who must pay the price. I just hope you realize at some point that some people don't like being asked to pay. Reitomon will try to sell you on your long and noble traditions like we're some kind of altruistic saints who can do no wrong. But that story is old and smelly as Grandma Beastman's tail hairs. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not going to take a job that doesn't seem right to me, but a ring's a ring, and I will go where the money leads me. By your leave, Fatebinder. Be careful. Is there something up here? There is something up here. Ah, there we are. Ooh, an aquamarine. And a sigil scroll. Nice. Will... Raider. So I don't see... What's his name? A small figure stands before you, a few armor-clad soldiers. His arms moved wildly as he gestures in frustration, yelling at the man directly in front of him. Absolutely not! I've come through Ironhaw Trail more times than I can remember. No one's ever asked me for a toll before, and I'm not paying one now. He notices you standing there, nearby, and turns to speak. Fatebinder, surely you, of all people, can help me. My name is Aster, and I must get to Lethian's Crossing. I have goods to deliver. Tell this man I will not be paying a toll to him or anyone, and he's to let me through. He folds his arms over his chest, and nods with pronounced finality. Greetings, Fatebinder. I'm sorry you've been drawn into this, but what you've stumbled into is merely a conflict of the changing times. I'm Will of the Bronze Brotherhood. Ironhaw Trail is under our protection, and anyone passing through must obey our rules. If this gentleman would like to pass through our land, a simple donation is required. He holds out his hand. These funds help our cause and keep Ironhaw a safe place for travelers. Clearly, you can both see the value in that. Aster speaks, his arms swinging about again in emphasis to his words. And who exactly is keeping it safe? You standing here with your weapons ready against me? His arm drops again as he turns to you. I'm not but a traveling merchant. I have no money to spare, and I certainly pose no threat to anyone. Keep this area safe indeed. He points at Will. You're the only threat here. Fatebinder, please, talk some sense into this man. I'll pay the toll. Thank you, Fatebinder. You've done a great deal of good today. Aster bows dramatically. He turns back to the soldier. And you, brute! Aside and let me pass. With an exaggerated flourish and moves out of the way, Aster says, But of course! He raises an enormous hammer and stops Aster, pressing it against his chest. Though, merchants, do be sure to have some rings of your own for your next trip. I doubt your friend will be around to pay your way through these lands twice. He smiles, moves his hammer, and gestures for Aster to continue. Will returns his position and looks you over, his former genial mood gone. So a Fatebinder in our little corner of the world. Who would have thought that would happen? He spits between his feet and crushes it into the dirt with his boot. Well, I appreciate your help dealing with the merchants. I'm afraid I can't let you pass until you've spoken to our leader. Personally, I thought he was crazy saying you'd be visiting Lethian's Crossing. Looks like I owe him a few rings. He shakes the pouch around his neck, making them jingle melodically. Not that there's a shortage of those out here. What can this humble servant of the Brotherhood do for you, Fatebinder? Don't ask me to let you through. It's not happening. Someone made the mistake of giving this little man too much power. He's about to discover what happens when you stand in my way. If you think you can get him to move, do it. With pleasure. Hey, shithead! Do you plan on moving your ass this century, or do we have to stand here jawing like a bunch of graybirds? We're on a mission, and starting with your ugly mug and catching up with the past won't get it done any faster. Are you going to move on, or do I need to start cutting? Because I'm partial to either option. The mercenary's mouth hangs open in disbelief. He swallows and attempts to gather his pride. I would help you, but my boss told me to guard the bridge. No one gets by without his permission. Kairos, give me strength. You deserve far more. You deserve this far more than I'm going to enjoy it. Verse swings her fist and lands a punch on his with a meaty whack, snapping back the mercenary's head. Will rubs his cheek. Hold on, I'm just doing my job. I apologize if I offend. He'll have my head if I let you through. There's nothing I can do about it. While you're talking to Will, a striking man with a shock of bright blonde hair approaches, moving away from some men searching bodies of slain soldiers to the south. He watches you intently as he closes, his angular features pulling into a look of disdain. And here's the Fatebinder. He doesn't mask his displeasure in his voice. I knew we'd see you. I was just wondering when. One trip to Lethian's Crossing wasn't enough, Governor. He doesn't even mask the contempt in his voice. You had to return when no one asked you to come. Throwing me out of my home wasn't sufficient. Are you here to disrupt my life even more? He looks at his men and who stop to watch the conversation. You aren't done! He flicks his hands at them and they return to their searching. It doesn't really matter why you're here. I don't care. I have more important things to worry about. In case you've forgotten me already, my name's Rantomon. I am First Brother, leader of the Bronze Brotherhood. But I'm sure you already know that. I couldn't help but see you over there talking to Will and that traveling merchant. Only here for a moment and already sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, aren't you? I don't appreciate others invading my territory, Fatebinder. I told him he had to speak to you. He wanted through, but I told him no. If you weren't going to give me the signal, the Fatebinder isn't getting into Lethian's Crossing. No one will invade your territory. He stares at Will for a few moments, lips pursed, and continues, as if Will never spoke. Speaking of which, what did Welby have to say? He looks north where Welby stands, watching you both intently. Has she already started filling your mind with lies about me? She and I are going to have a chat soon. I can't have my first axe countering me at every turn. I know she wants my position. Watch yourself while you're a guest in my land. If you have come to stir up more trouble, we are well equipped and will not back down in the defense of what is rightfully ours. He sweeps his hand in front of him, gesturing to the surrounding countryside. Welby and I might not agree, but this is one point where we see eye to eye on. If you step out of line, we'll both correct you. His eyes narrow and he leans towards you. You are not welcome here. Really? Because it wasn't that clear. Now tell me what you want, or leave. You would do well to watch your tone when speaking to a Fatebinder. I care not about Kairos' forces. I've already reaped the reward of my loyalty, and I will not make that mistake again. You have taken my home, but I will have it back. I won't cower when you raise your voice against me, lapdog. Why are you charging travelers a toll to get through Ironhall Trail? I don't see how the affairs of the Brotherhood are your business, Fatebinder. Suffice to say, the funds we receive from our tolls help us keep the land around Lethian's Crossing safe. We are owed our dues, and we shall have them. I need to get to Lethian's Crossing. If I let you through, you must promise to behave. I've had enough problems dealing with everyone else. I don't need the hassle of keeping an eye on you too. So watch yourself. I might not currently have control of my city, but I have eyes everywhere. If you stir up trouble, I will know. Let the Fatebinder through. Do nothing to delay or accost his party, or you'll answer to me. He gives you a quick salute. I'll just leave. I certainly hope that's the case. You got his permission, Fatebinder, so go.
I got it.
Yeah, real rosy person right there. On our way to Lethian's Crossing. Interesting. Well, here we are. Stop there, Fatebinder. Not another step. You're not welcome in Lethian's Crossing. I'm warning you. We will kill you if you don't turn around. I suggest you go now, before this gets ugly. You really are crazy, aren't you? If all those stories about you are true, I'm not sticking around to find out.
Heads up, we have company.
So only the two of you?
Will do.
What do we got here? That is such an evil spell. Slowly asphyxiate. What was that? Pause. Potion.
You got it. You got it.
Everybody.
I got it.
Hey, nobody saw that, right?
Aaron Walker is now near death. Down he goes.
I never had a chance.
And let's get a quick heal. Well, we certainly showed them, didn't we?
Right.
And I'll take all that. Camping supplies and a sturdy metal pole. Well, we got more of an army.
Look at that, future corpse.
Future corpse.
I'll omit that from the record.
Hey, nobody saw that, right?
Frickin' light of the grave. Interesting. Ooh, nice. That took one out. Now that one. Fly to the grave. Now our attacks steal health. Nice. Last one. Such a shame. I really like the disfavored. But I guess there was no way around picking a side, at least in this playthrough. I'm certainly gonna have to play again. Flurry of blows. And up, down. And we got a looted corpse. Lootable corpse. Ah, there we go. More goodies.
Did you take a look at that?
Ooh, a hidden spot. Frozen shackle. Settler. What do we got here? Merchant's tents are a common sight in Lethine's Crossing. There's something over here. It's probably up there. Alright, let's move down. See if we can't get to drawbridge. Due to the frequency of raids, all the bridges and ramps in Lethine's Crossing can be raised to provide a safe place for settlers to hide. Alright. Is there anywhere to cross around here? Yes, there is. So do we force the winch? Oh, I've got the sturdy metal pole. So there's something to loot around here. Ah, there it is. There's more disfavored. And down here, loot.
Good thing I keep a torch and wrench handy.
Magician's Mantle. Nice. And over here, bunch of good stuff. And it looks like I missed something over here as well. There we go. Let's see about my current inventory. So I've got a second tenderizer. What's this? Bronze dagger, bronze throwing dagger. 2 throwing daggers. I'll hold on to it for now. +3 to all magic skills. Or do I give these to Lantry? What? I'm almost done, like in minutes. I'm live right now. Well, as if on cue, it is time for me to go to take care of the baby mama. So I will save right here. And call it a night. Thank you to everyone who joined me tonight and everyone who's watching on the video on demand. My name is Ross. This is Live Love Play. Be sure to visit my website, www.iliveloveplay.com, for all of my blogs and written content, as well as patreon.com/liveloveplay for Gods of Yukon and Getting Lost in Space. Also, I'm also on YouTube and VidMe, and of course here on Twitch. So follow if you enjoy what I do, and if you feel like supporting it, please do so. Every cent I get goes right back into what I do to help improve my content further on. I'll be back again on Saturday with the continuation of Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. Monday, I'll be back again with Metro Last Light, and the next Thursday, I'll be right here again with Tyranny. Thanks again, have a good night, and until next time, remember to live, to love, and to play every day.